Welcome back to our beautiful kingdom with the shaders turned on in Minecraft on the RainCloud server. I've been working on some ideas for this area. I've been working here and there, little things, getting some resources, working at spawn. I built a thing at spawn. Maybe I'll show it to you in a moment. And getting my tools fixed, because I have most of my tools have mending, not the sword. It's not that good, I guess. But yeah, my tools were running like halfway down, so at least my axe and the shovel, so I got them fixed. And now I'm back. I want to build something, and I was thinking first, I want to build it like right here, this area. This tiny little cove or dip in the land here. It's kind of an L shape, if you notice. It kind of goes like there and there. And then this is higher. It's like kind of a hilly side to it, and this is lower. And ideally, I wanted to see if I can... First I thought just filling this in, making it flat. But now I'm thinking, what if I can try to preserve this shape a little bit? And just have something go down and to the right. So I've made kind of a... oh, you can see that glare every time you look up at the sun. I made kind of a mood board of some Minecraft buildings that I liked the looks of and the ideas of. So maybe I'll incorporate some of that in order to make this look good. But we're gonna work on this here and see how it turns out. See if we can shape this into something we like. Rest in peace, mending villager. While I was traveling around, I finally made my way back to spawn after being hunted by pillagers and lost in the wilderness. I came here to find the mending trade villager gone. And instead there was a vindicator with an axe and a banner walking around. Now, as you can see by this banner, I got revenge on him. But the mending villager has been lost to us, so here he will rest for eternity. Although Hunted Knight did just say that there should be a village somewhere nearby, and we may get a replacement. But yeah, that's awful sad. While I'm here, I can show you the pumpkin that I built. It's right over here. Look at that. It looks great at night, too. Did I put that sign there? I want to eat you, nom nom. I did not put that sign there. Someone put that there. Yeah, I built this spooky pumpkin at spawn as like a Halloween thing. And inside, you can go in it. Should be fairly safe. You need to crouch to get in. And some lighting glitches there. That's just because of my shaders. In here I have, welcome to Spooktober. This pumpkin does not have much purpose beyond being cool. Have some pie or cake. And so there's cake on top here. And in this barrel there is pumpkin pie. So anyone on the server that wants to can enjoy some of that. And then, even though it might be sad to tear it down, I probably will after Halloween is over. We shall see. I'll show you what it looks like at night. I'll just change the time of day real quick. There you go. It looks pretty spooky, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm making my way back over to my area, and I'll show you progress on what we've built there. Now, I was actually exploring because I was looking for another village. I wanted to see if there was one anywhere nearby. I haven't been able to find one, so I'll tell you that already. I might use a tool that analyzes the seed, if that still works, to see if there's a village somewhere that I've missed, somewhere in the area near our kingdom. Because, of course, I would like to populate it with villagers. You know, I'm building all these houses. I can cut this down. I can. I have inventory space. I'm really full on my inventory, as you can tell. That's been going on. But yeah, I'm over just this direction from spawn. Not too far. I don't have a warp yet. On our server, if you're not one of our server mates, we have a few tweaks to vanilla, like that bed thing you could see earlier, so you can change the weather and the time of day to day or night whenever. You don't need to just wait. And you can change it even when someone else is on. So you don't have to coordinate that someone needs to go to sleep or log off or jump to the nether. That generally tends to be neat. And another tweak is, yeah, I said warp. We have a warp house. You can get a warp spot installed at here, skeleton, at your home base, wherever you want to set up shop. And then at the warp house, you'll get a button assigned to you. And then whenever you press the button, you are instantly warped to the warp spot. So you'll teleport it there. There we go. Ah, look at that. But the shaders, it looks so good. Sorry if you are not a fan of shaders, but at the moment I am obsessed with them. Makes it feel like a different game. And it really adds something that I felt the normal Minecraft lighting was lacking. Which is some stark contrast with light and dark and shadows. Strong shadows. And some colored light from different light sources. Normal base game feels like everything is very evenly lit. And I'm just not a fan. I just don't, as someone who makes, 3D art and all that, it's just not the best type of graphics to me. So this is what we've been building so far. I hope you like what you see. There's a smeltery here / furnace. So there's got just a furnace here, a regular furnace. I'm not a fan of the blast furnace because it only does certain things. Got lava down there. Now there's a campfire in that chimney to generate the smoke. Then here's like an entrance to the house. And I'm thinking of splitting it up into 2 places, like I'm still working on changing this mountain over into a house. So here's like a bit of house with 2 floors. Here's a bit of house with, a floor and a bit. I'm wondering if I want to have them connected, or if I want to make a wall here and like cut them off from each other and have just a little outdoorsy area. I'm still thinking. I think that latter one is more appealing to me rather than having such a giant house. So I might go for that. Just try to make some use of the space that we've got in here. Slowly, some of this dirt and all that is going to make way for the house. And then what I will try to do, I'll cut this down while I'm here. Because I'm working kind of with the land. Kind of. I am moving this mountain for the house, so I'm only working kind of with the land. This is going to stay, and anything else is going to have to be built like on top of that. And you can see there's some dirt road going out here. You might wonder, where does that lead? That leads to the area that I was working at before. I love the area over there. I'll take you there as well. We got some time. So yeah, I'll try, before I go there, I'll show you the other side of this house, the facade. It's going to be like a blacksmithy type of place. So here, there's some details right here. And then there's going to be an upstairs. I'm doing a trim of stone bricks, and every once in a while like a cracked stone brick. And some light gray dyed glass, just to give that older experience rather than the regular glass. It just looks a little bit like it's dusty or whatever. I'm using the oak trapdoors as sort of window shutters because I'm using full glass blocks here because they're on diagonal. This is a diagonal piece of wall. And you can go down here, where this is some waterlogged smooth stone. Well, not smooth stone, but regular stone stairs. And I like this effect because whether you have shaders or not, having that water feature just kind of gives the appearance of some sewers or something like that, or gutters. So I'm enjoying that a lot. And then over here, now there's nothing in here yet, but this is gonna be, because this was already here, this dip in the land, as you remember. This is gonna lead into the basement of this house and be maybe like a wine cellar or a beer or something. You know, I'm gonna make casks in there and all that with the barrels. If you use barrels and tripwire hooks, possibly levers, whichever one you want. It looks like they're kegs with taps on them. So yeah, I love some of these tall spruce trees, the big spruce trees. So I'm replacing a little bit here and there with those. It also is a nice visual indicator of like, oh, here's where your kingdom starts, because they stick out. And then, of course, over there, that's where we've been building our fortress. And I am going to get back to that. Don't worry about that. That's going to get finished at some point. Or if not finished, at least I'm going to work on it more. That's for sure. Because it is a lot of work without a lot of planning. They recommend you should always plan your builds. If you plan things out, it'll go smooth, it'll go good. So, and I'm not really doing that. I'm kind of like organically letting things flow with the blacksmith house as well. And it's a slower process. So it's more of an effort to say, what shape do I want? Do I want a second level or not? And having to manually or just like make the conscious efforts to think and to maybe say, okay, I'm not gonna put this block here or this feature here because it makes the style, it messes up the style, rather than keeping one consistent style of building. It like had two different styles that were clashing, so you have to like change things out. So here you can see we've reached this little grassy area. This is where I was, this is my hut here. And there is still stuff in these chests. And even diamonds and gold. Wow. And diamond pickaxe. And chorus flowers. Yeah, I never really abandoned this place. So I'm just checking these chests. I never really abandoned this place. And I still want to extend some stuff out here. But I was just so in awe. I've got to find a way to get up higher. I'm just so in awe with this landscape here that I wanted to stay here and do something here. We're still fairly close to spawn, if you can believe it. I mean, right there is where my fortress is. Right there. It's just beyond the render distance. So here you've got this floating island. That would be really interesting to do something with. Like, make it look like it's a piece of land that just like lifted up and built something on top of that. I'm using the Optifine zoom, by the way, to get a look at this stuff. Then there's this broken up overhanging mountain. It's just so cool to me. And there's water right there. Water is very transparent and very shiny with these shaders. Did I build that? Did I build that? I probably did. Hi, pig. Now you've got over here too. It's sun is going down, so I've got a bed on me though, so I can't change the time of day. Which I'll need to do fairly soon. Oh, cold up here. But yeah, you've got this valley. Let me do that. Let me change the... So, there we go. Sunrise. Now, if you don't like using F3 or coordinates or whatever, you can just use sunrise and sunset to tell which direction you're going. Because obviously, sun rises in the east and sets in the west. right? Facing east? Yes. Second guessing myself. But yeah, this too, you see this some of this is floating, and some of this is just like an overhang, like an arch-shaped piece of land. Ow. I just thought it was so beautiful here, these mountains in this area. I felt I had to stay around here and do something, but I found those mountains and I was like, oh my god, those are great. Like, I could see the fortress shape sort of already in there. Doesn't that look good? I mean, I know the shaders might color my perception a little. I'm hoping they do yours. Yeah, this archway. That's just a natural feature that, you know, even if it stays a natural feature, even if you don't change it into anything, it just looks good. This rocky area, the plains. This is like right behind the fortress, the plains is rolling out. And then there's a roofed forest right there. More areas right there. Got this mountain range. The river flows through it. You've got there like a lower laying area right there. That's, who knows what you could do with that. Yeah, I'm just enjoying this area so much. And we'll walk through the plains. I'll walk back to our current area where we're building. See, there's something right there too. Let's get a little closer to see how it renders in. Because at the moment it looks like just a little pile, little mountain. Almost like a pyramid. Yeah, interesting. See, you could look at natural features and just kind of see shapes and see a potential build that you could do with it. Hello, sheepy. I heard zombie noises from down here. Yeah, it's dangerous down there. Alright, we're just hearing spooky noises because there's caves down here. But we're just over this hilly area. It's interesting because this is really like high up for our end, but over here it's the same level as these plains kind of, so you'd think like, oh, it's just the extension of the plains if you come from this area. And that's our tree that we keep cutting down for wood, or wood supply. But in here, I guess this is just a valley. So steep that up here seems really high up compared to everything down there. Very cool. And obviously I'm gonna change up some of the trees and all that because I've mostly been planting them because I want to get wood. And so all that might go or be reduced in order to make room for buildings. And this farm, I still like it. I hope you do as well. But this entrance is here because I was staying over there, and I realized that for a village, it's not a very practical entrance, unless I maybe build a farmhouse next to it or something like that. So I might do that. And then there's also not a whole lot of logic yet. Like there's all this water. And then the question could be, should we keep all that water or should we change that, terraform that, in order to make room for some roads or more village? If we come down here, there you go. So you can see that the build is not yet finished. Obviously, I showed you that earlier, but it's making progress. And I hope to have it done next episode, and then I'll show it off to you what it looks like. And it's a little dead, so that's why I want villagers to eventually come in here and become a part of this kingdom. We'll try our best to keep them safe, you know. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.